Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. This is going to be my ranking of all six Scream films. This is going to be a non-spoiler ranking of the sixth one, but I will talk about plot points of the first five, so those are going to have spoilers in it. But let's get right to the ranking. Last place, just like a lot of people, I got Scream 3. This is the one Scream film that I do not like at all, so I really don't have a lot to say on it, except that I like how they're actually directing a stab movie inside a Scream movie. That was cool. But I think the killer of this movie is just so underwhelming, man. It just did not have me caring at all at that final reveal. And I think that Dewey in this is very underutilized, and the movie just did not make a lot of sense where it was going in a lot of times, which just made me feel so down on the Scream films after this one. I was like, should I continue? But I did continue, and it gets better, so let's get into the next one. Next, I got Scream 2, a killer opening scene. One of the best, in my opinion, openings to the whole Scream franchise. I liked how it actually picked up right after the second one, almost. And I liked what Sidney did in this movie. It was very cool. The killers worked for me a lot. Billy Loomis's mother, I was not seeing that coming. And I like the part when they're basically in the whole auditorium. It was Dewey and Gale. Their scenes were awesome when they're fighting Ghostface. Just a pretty entertaining movie, in my opinion. It's a good movie, but I don't think it's great. But it's a big upgrade from Scream 3, because Scream 2 really had me on the edge of the seat sometimes. But sometimes I felt it was a little dumb, and it just didn't work as much as the first Scream. But still a very fun movie. Next, I got Scream 4. This was over 5 years after Scream 3, I'm pretty sure. Wes Craven's final Scream film. Rest in peace to him. But he ended off with a bang. This one's a great film, in my opinion. I loved everything that was going on in this movie. We had Kirby show up for the first time. We had Emma Roberts in this, and as you know, she was one of the killers. And she's one of the best killers in the franchise, in my opinion. She brought her A game to the whole reveal, to the whole hospital scene. That whole hospital scene was just amazing, in my opinion. So epic, so tense. I think the script in Scream 4 is actually pretty good. I liked it a lot here. And I like what they did with all the characters. I didn't really have any complaints. I liked what they did with basically the high school characters, how they're trying to make a new friend group like in Scream 1. Sidney was awesome in this one. Everyone had their own badass moments, but Emma Roberts was the MVP, so that's Scream 4, a great movie. Next up, I got Scream 5, or as they like to call it, just Scream, a whole reinvention of the franchise, or as the characters like to call it, a requel, which is the term I liked. I like how they're talking about meta jokes in the movies. This time we had a whole new cast. It was just an electrifying, basically like theater experience, because this was my first Scream movie I saw in the theaters, because I was only born in 2003, so I did not get to see any of the other ones. But this was such a fun experience. The whole cast was just awesome. Jenna Ortega was one of my favorites in that movie, and Mason Gooding. And let me just say, the reveal in this one, I'm a sucker for it, because I really do like Jack Quaid, and Richie was just such an off-the-walls kind of character. And Amber in this movie, her reveal, oh my, that reveal is so awesome. She turns into basically a lunatic. The whole final fight scene in the old house from the first one was just awesome. The callbacks to Billy was awesome. Dewey died in it, but I can take that death because there had to be consequences. You had to kill off at least one legacy character. But that's Scream 5, a really epic entry in my opinion. And let's get to the next one. Second best in this franchise, in my opinion. I might be going off a high from just seeing it, but it's Scream 6. It brought New York into the picture, which was just epic. Like I said in my review, these set pieces were just outstanding to witness. They didn't even film in New York, but it felt like New York, I think. And the Ghostface in this movie was just awesome, terrifying. The reveal worked for me. I'm not going to say who it is because I'm not going to spoil it right here. But the reveal worked for me. It was ballsy reveal, but I actually liked it a lot. I like the new cast. I love the core four. Where we're going for this next one is just going to be awesome. The opening in this movie had me tense up because I did not know where they were taking it. From the first 5 minutes, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? This is not how a Scream film is supposed to open. But opening was awesome. The whole end fight was awesome. There's some moments where I just was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. They knew what they were doing with this one, and I found this one to just be amazing. I loved it. Scream 6, man. Let me just watch it over and over again. But in first place, being the best Scream film, it has to go to the original. You can't get better than the original. I don't think any of them are going to be as good as the original, because that's just a franchise movie that will never get beat. It's a horror movie that will never like outlast its time. It's one of the most influential horror movies in my opinion to this day. Ghostface was born in that movie and he still lives on. It's a crazy horror movie just from the opening with Drew Barrymore. Then we were introduced to Sidney. She's an awesome character. And then we had the kills in that movie were just amazing. The garage scene where she got killed. Oh my. And the end scene, the whole party end scene with Gale, Dewey. Oh my. What an epic classic movie. That's literally a 5 out of 5 in my book. Almost a perfect horror movie. And then we had the killers being Billy and Stu, which were just amazing because one was just hilarious, but the other one was just psychotic. It's just an amazing movie. Wes Craven did wonders with that movie, and actually very impressive script for being a horror movie. But that's my number one because Scream number one. It's just a classic. It's a classic movie. That's my ranking of all the Scream movies. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.